You know, chefs often use spirits from their restaurant bars to flavor a dish, but few have access to the varieties that Chef John Wahlke of Fremont Mischief has. In fact, he recently launched a cookbook, Spirited Cooking from the Pacific Northwest, with recipes that complement the distillery's distinct offerings. And he joins me now. Welcome to the show, Chef John.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So this is so cool. There's so many different things that make the Pacific Northwest so unique and so delicious, but then you add the distillery and the spirits and you get something really special. But what are we making today?
So today we're going to be doing one of my favorite summertime meals, and that's gazpacho.
Yeah.
The chilled soup.
Yes. Yeah. Gazpacho soup is always served chilled, and it is a perfect summertime soup. But I've never made it, and I don't even really know how to begin.
Yeah, and it's very simple. You know, the style that we do, which it is on the menu at the restaurant today, we do it very, very silky smooth. You don't have that chunky. Sometimes you get it one that's like it's basically salsa.
Yeah, I want a gazpacho that tastes like a soup.
And something that really just, you know, showcases the tomato.
So you have all these heirloom tomatoes right here, and you've got them up. First of all, can you tell us what makes the difference between a regular tomato and an heirloom tomato?
You know, the flavor is just night and day. You know, they've been crossbred so many times to get that perfect red tomato that you get on your burgers.
Yeah.
These guys are an older variety. They haven't been manipulated, and you're just going to get a lot more flavor out of them. And when those things are ripe, they're just amazing.
Oh, yum. All right. So you started by chopping them up, and then what?
You get nice big chunks like this, and the best step right here is you get a generous salt on these guys, and I like to leave these in the fridge overnight.
And salt naturally draws out moisture, right?
It will, yeah. So you'll get a little bit of pool in there. Next day, though, you take the whole thing, juices, tomatoes.
Juices and all?
Yep. You get a little bit of your balsamic, a little salt and pepper, oil. I like to throw in a couple leaves of basil.
Okay.
And throw that in your blender. Let that go for about 30 seconds on high till it's really, really nice and smooth consistency.
And that's it?
And that is it.
That is your soup. So basically it is really just farm to table to just in your bowl. I would say on your plate, but in your bowl this time.
When you have these quality ingredients, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to start adding too much to hide the flavors of the tomato.
And when you spent the money on the heirloom tomatoes, you might as well just,
leave it there.
Or
grow them yourself. We have a rooftop garden that we grow our own tomatoes.
Stop when you're finished. So when we come and eat your gazpacho, you grew it on the roof?
There you go.
Interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah.
What would you pair a gazpacho soup with?
You know, great cocktail, summertime cocktail we have also on the menu and in the book is our watermelon rosé sangria.
Yum. I wish you had some of that here now.
Matter of fact, I do have a little bit of that here.
Lucky me. Oh, this is beautiful. So and what a fun and easy way to make any drink more lively.
And the recipe in the book does make a pitcher because that's how you should be drinking this.
That is, and if you're having guests over, I don't want to be busy making cocktails. I want to enjoy my time with my friends. It's so summery, and you can. Oh, and it smells like summer. I love this. Okay, wait. Cheers with me real quick here before you keep cooking, my friend.
Yep.
All right. Uh-oh.
It's dangerous.
That's good.
And that's made with Mischief vodka and rosé.
Too much of that, you'll be making mischief.
Oh, yes.
All right, so now for the crab salad. You put in some...
Throw in a little bit of chives.
Chives, okay.
Yep. A little bit of pepper, salt, real light. You can even take one of these lemons here, do a little zest in there. That kind of brightens everything out.
So just as you're heavy-handed on the salt with the tomatoes, the exact opposite when you're making the crab.
Yeah, and you know, depending on how you're getting your crab, you know, if you're cooking it in salt water, if you're buying it from the store, which is the expensive way to go,
yes,
it can have a lot of salt content already in there. So you want to be really careful that you don't oversalt your crab.
Taste your crab first before seasoning.
It. Yeah. Add a little bit of the diced tomatoes just in there.
The diced tomatoes, are those from when you let them sit overnight, or do you like save some aside?
You can. I like to save some aside.
Okay.
If you dice it up and then throw the middle part and stuff right into that mix, you're good to go.
Got it. All right.
But yeah, you don't want to do too much to it because you want that crab flavor to come out. And
you keep working. I'll just keep sipping.
I'll throw right on some toast points. It's a nice accompaniment. You don't have to use bread if you want to avoid that. I mean, you can go right into the soups with these.
You can put that, you can just float that in the soup?
Just float it right in the soup.
Oh,
it's totally up to you.
Hello. Tell me about, well, first of all, the two things I want to ask you about. Tell me about Fremont Mischief. and what else you serve there. And then I want to talk about the book, but let's start with the restaurant.
Yeah, so the restaurant, we have a great food menu. We have like lamb burger, shepherd's pie, seasonal salads, lots of pickling, lots of
I love pickling.
lots of veggies.
Pickle anything, I'll eat it.
Absolutely. We're really big on making sure we're preserving, utilizing everything, and incorporating a lot of the food items with our cocktails, just to make sure that they're getting used up properly.
That's
and
really
at the
smart.
peak of the season.
No waste, all good, all wonderful things. So tell me about the book. What else can we find in the book?
So, like I said, it is based on season. So you're going to have the four chapters in there. It's all from the Northwest. Everything you can go out and go hiking, you can find. Things that we're famous for are seafood.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of everything. And there's some kind of fun ones in there. You know, a lot of people are getting more into foraging.
Yes.
Lately, learning a lot about that.
I'm into this foraging thing. I'm here for that.
It's a lot of fun. It's fun to learn, and I got a little bit of that in there as well.
All right. Well, I want to. I see that you just put a couple of drizzles of olive oil on top of this.
Yep.
While I taste this, I'd like you to tell me about some of the collaborations that went into this book, because it's a lot of some really famous people that we know locally who helped with this book, right?
Yeah. So, well, the owners themselves. Did a lot of work on this. I mean, they started out the distillery, Mike and Patty Sherlock, and they helped out a lot with that. They have a couple of little things they like to talk about, where they came from. James Fraioli, who did the book for us, he's done many books.
He's been here many times. We love ourselves some James Fraioli.
Love that guy. He did a great job on it. And Charity, the photographer, just did a fabulous job. It turned out amazing.
By the way, this is amazing. You were right about the heirloom tomato. It definitely is night and day from a regular tomato. This is delicious. I can't wait to try the crab, but we're out of time. I'm gonna have to try that during the commercial break.
All right.
While I finish my cocktail as well. And by the way, if you want to impress your friends with serving a gazpacho soup, which is absolutely delicious, gorgeous, and obviously easy, Chef is sharing the recipe with us. It's perfect for those hot summer days. Just go to our website or text the word recipe to 206-448-4545 and we'll send it to you in seconds.